This is the original Final Fantasy II, not the Super Nintendo game. That's actually Final Fantasy IV. This is the Japanese Final Fantasy II, which we never got in the United States. I think it was actually re-released on the Game Boy Advance or something along those lines. I want to say I played Final Fantasy V for the first time on the Game Boy Advance. I barely remember that game. I barely got a couple of hours into that. But to start things off, this game has kind of a weird beginning. So I'll start things off here in the quick save area, because this game will do the story later, but I want to start things off because this game has a lot that kind of needs to be explained, because it's way more complex than Final Fantasy 1. I would argue it's more complex than Final Fantasy 4. Like, this game is doing a lot of stuff. They didn't even bother to try until, like, Final Fantasy Tactics or Final Fantasy 12, I would argue. So, for instance, we have chests that have mimics inside of them. It's right off the bat. This game's trying to do way more than Final Fantasy 1 did. But I think there might have been, like, one mimic in Final Fantasy 1. Monsters. There are different types of monsters. Undead are weak to fire. Aquatic monsters are weak to lightning. That's normal for Final Fantasy 1, if I'm being honest. I forgot to mention that this game is being included as part of the Final Fantasy 1 through 6 collection on the PlayStation 4. A disc that I obtained from the Maryland Library System. I'll most likely be buying this. I'll be buying this collection when it drops to the $20, $30 range. Unfortunately, most of the games in this collection aren't amazing. And I say this as a person who loves Final Fantasy VI. And I played through most of Final Fantasy IV, and I beat Final Fantasy VI several times. When it launched on my original Super Nintendo, which is in the other room. It's in my living room over there. Which is currently, like... Well, the room isn't below freezing, but it's 10 degrees colder than it is in this room. So there is that. The flee command. Think carefully before you act. Yeah, basic stuff. Now here's the fun stuff. This is the stuff you have to pay attention to. Like in Secret of Mana, there are different categories for each weapon. There's item farming, or weapon farming in this game. You got spears, axes, staves, knives, bows, armed, etc. Unarmed weapons. Swords, spears, and axes and knives are one-handed weapons and can be equipped with a shield. You can also equip two one-handed weapons. So you can dual wield in this game. You can dual wield in this game. I think you can dual wield in Final Fantasy 1. I don't remember. Equipping a bow requires 2 free hands. But you can attack from the rear and do just as much damage as the people in the front row. There's still a front row, rear row system in this game. Fighting unarmed is possible. It's also possible in the first game if you're a black belt. Now, when I play that game, I'll show you how it works in that game. I want to say it's more viable in this version of Final Fantasy 1 than the original NES version that I played growing up. Unfortunately, equipping a shield cuts an unarmed combatant's attack power in half. So if you plan to fight unarmed, you're better off just fighting without shields. Apparently you can put a shield in each hand, which is kind of hilarious. Status menu, etc. and so forth. Oh yeah, attributes change according to the actions you take in battle. I want to say Romancing Saga did a bit of this. For instance, if you attack, your strength and weapon skill may improve after the fight. If a character uses magic, his or her spirit, intellect, and magic level may improve. There are 11 different attributes that can change as well. So now this is where the game gets into more detail about this stuff. If you lose hit points, your maximum hit points will increase after the fight. Which, again, what? It's like you're building a callus or something. If your magic points drop during a battle, you can increase their maximum magic points. Attacking will increase a character's strength. If a character loses hit points, their stamina will improve. Using white magic will increase the caster's spirit. Battling while your evasion is high will increase agility. Does that mean if I actually dodge an attack, that increases my agility? Instead of getting hit in the face, I guess. It's like playing dodgeball. If you get hit in the face, I guess your agility doesn't go up. Using black magic in battle will increase the caster's intellect. Wink, 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 nudge, nudge. If a character's MP drops during battle, their magic will rise, their magic attribute. As strength rises, so will accuracy, equipping battle weapons. Okay, fine. Being attacked by foes will raise evasion. Equipping a shield will also improve evasion. Okay. When foes cast a spell on a character, their magic defense will rise. So I think this game apparently has a problem where these systems are completely broken, which is to say it might be possible to make completely overpowered characters. We'll see how it goes, but this sounds like the kind of game that can be broken. If they didn't, because again, this game came out, the late 80s, so they probably weren't really worried about balance, if I'm being honest. We'll see how it goes. Skill levels. They can be divided into two broad categories, weapon skill levels and magic skill levels. But wait, there's more. Weapon skill levels are divided by weapon types, such as swords and axes. Spells like Cure and Fire each have their own skill level. Attack with a given weapon improves the corresponding weapon skill, like in... It's weapon proficiency, like in Secret of Mana. Use a sword, your sword experience level goes up. As your skill level rises, your attack and accuracy with those weapons will likewise improve. Casting a given spell improves the corresponding magic spell. Spells become more powerful and effective as their skill levels rise. So again, you have to practice with an ability to increase its experience level, and therefore its efficiency. Armor, shields, helmets, Barbie armor, and gloves. Shields are equipped like one-handed weapons in the right or the left hand. Since wearing a shield only requires one hand, you can also equip any one-handed weapon along with it. Cool. You can also equip two shields, one in each hand, which is kind of interesting. Helms are equipped on the head, gloves on the hands and forearms, and body armor, of course, is on the body. Provided you can afford it, yeah, whatever. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if that makes a difference. Lesson on magic. There are two schools of magic. Black magic, the best kind of magic, and white magic, which is alright. Specializes in healing and support spells, cure, restore, etc. and so forth. Black magic, the best kind of magic, specializes in offensive spells. Characters can learn both. Okay, that's cool. They can only learn a maximum of 16 spells. And of course, remember, when you use magic, it can become stronger. Fire level 2, fire level 3, etc. and so forth. You can use the forget command to remove any spell you've already learned. That's actually kind of wild. Forgotten spells can be learned again, but their levels are reset to level 1. Think about that. That's wild, actually. Let's see. I'm curious how long it would take to grind up a spell once it's been forgotten. The formation command. You can attack. You can place yourself in the front or the rear, as expected. Characters in the front can attack using any weapon. Characters in the rear do half damage when attacking with anything except for bows or magic, but they receive half damage from enemy attacks. Do enemies attack with projectile attacks that do equal damage from the rear? I don't know. Second, I gotta turn off my internet connection over there. Assign each character to the row that best suits their ability. Sounds amazing. So my weakest characters are going to be in the back. Key terms. There is a keyword system in this game, somewhat similar to Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo. I want to say, does Disco Elysium have the same sort of keyword-based system? Like, you learn about a topic, then you ask people about a topic. I think that's what this game is doing. Ask, learn, and key items. Select learn to commit the key term to memory. You can then use ask to ask people about any key terms you've learned. Keep in mind that only certain words can be learned this way. Show someone an item from your inventory. Select key items. When you learn new words or find rare items, you should ask people about the words. Again, this would have blown my mind in the late 80s if this game came out. The Final Fantasy 1 came out in 1990 in the United States. So if this game had magically gotten released, in the 1991, that would have been interesting. Because, obviously you would have needed... obviously you would have needed a strategy guide to make sense of this. A 10-year-old would never understand it. But my teenage mind would have been blown away by this, because I remember really liking Secret of Mana when it did the item proficiency system. The weapon proficiency system in that game blew my mind. Obviously the combat sucks. I'm willing to concede that now. I played that game 5 years ago when I bought my SNES Classic from Toys R Us before it closed down here at the Lake Forest Mall near the Germantown Police Headquarters. There was a Toys R Us south of Germantown near the Germantown Police Headquarters, and then when it shut down, the last toy I ever bought at Toys R Us, or the first toy I ever bought at that particular Toys R Us, was a Super NES Classic and I think Ages of Mayhem. I think I got another new copy, another sealed copy of Ages of Mayhem. Which, look, it was $5. I wasn't gonna complain. I think I might have gotten one other game when I was there, but I know I got the SNES Classic, which was kind of hard to find at the time. I was kind of disappointed. I think that only sold like 5 million copies. So here's what I'm gonna do. We'll go outside. I wanted you to see that because I needed to set the table because that's gonna explain what we do here. In fact, I should probably start from the beginning. Here's what we'll do. We'll start from the ground zero save. These are the first battles we're gonna see. So, where's the status? Some of the early music in this game is very good. It's kind of creepy and evocative and atmospheric. I approve. So you see the skill level on the right-hand side of the screen? It's set for one. It's one for every weapon. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pick a fight with our default weapons. Actually, we need a arrow here. Apparently, you don't need an arrow. Can we do a... We have a broadsword and a buckler. Is that axe two-handed? No, it's not. Okay. So why do I want that buckler? If I remove that... Huh. So my attack is... Okay. My attack is stronger if I don't use the shield. Is that right? What does magic interference mean in this context? We'll worry about that later. Okay, so anyway. So we'll get into a couple of quick fights. I'll show you what's up. Combat's pretty simple, but the experience-based system is interesting. Yeah, not a lot of attacks to worry about here, so we can just do auto battle. So I want you to see what happens once we win this fight. So it looks like a Final Fantasy-like... This looks like Final Fantasy combat, although obviously this color palette would not be appropriate for the Famicom. So I'm guessing what they did is they just kind of they fixed the graphics, because when Final Fantasy 1 got remade on this console, on this collection, it was just a black screen. So they actually added some backgrounds here. I want to say the Game Boy Advance remake did the same thing. Because I want to say, yeah, Final Fantasy 1 definitely got remade for the PlayStation Portable. So I'm wondering if this was included in that collection. Whoop, I can't hit the D-pad. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I wanted to show you a couple of things. So the sword level for Tarian, his name is Farian, but we renamed him. He's our main warrior. So his sword skill and his shield skill went up after that fight. Nakia has a bow, so her bow proficiency went up, and the axe and shield proficiency for Ty Dalla, or barbarian or whatever. So again, using these weapons increases their skill experience, increases their proficiency level, and once we get into a fight, if you win the fight, our experience level with that gear goes up. Cool. Very interesting idea, actually. So, again, in the late 80s, it's probably a big deal. So I'm glad they added stuff like that. Yes, to see. Tarian, my lead warrior, his sword and shield level went up. Nakia's bow level went up, so that's cool. So you can see in those three names near the top of the screen, it shows what their experience level is. So I guess you only get a proficiency if you use the weapon, or if the shield, for instance, is attacked. If you're attacked by the enemy and you break and you bust out your shield, I think that actually increases it. So every time that item is used, your proficiency goes up. That's incredibly cool. So again, is this mean the game is broken? It probably will be if it's too easy to like crack the code and find the exploits, but I'm very curious about how this works. Here's what you can do. We can swap out a couple more weapons. Again, we're just going to do some testing here, so I can explain the basics of combat. We're not going to do that. We can also give her a broadsword. Can't give her a shield, can we? Actually, we can take off his shield. So give him a bow. Give him a bow. Give her a buckler. Ha! A sword in each hand, huh? Is that how we're gonna do that? I'm not complaining. We'll see what happens. Yeah, that might work. That might be hilarious. Do we want a buckler? So if we get the broadsword, we're stronger. Now I'm curious if this is gonna work. We do need to heal ourselves, so that's gonna be a problem. We have to pay for this. Again, I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I just wanna show you the basics. But again, like mucking around with this stuff is kind of hilarious. By the way, the inn here charges you based on the amount of HP you need to regenerate. So it charged me $9 or 9 gil to spend the night based on the amount of HP I needed to recover. And that just kicks me out, so that's cool. But if you're weaker, you might spend 13 gil or 18 gil, depending on how many hit points you need to recover. Interesting idea. I don't think I've seen that in many videos. I guess the argument is that you need to spend more than one night. I guess that's the logic. You need to spend more than one night there. Yep, she's it. Yeah, she's dual wielding. She hit him once with each hand. That's kind of hilarious. So yes, that kind of game. I'm impressed. So I'm glad the game gives me those options. How much did my Nakia? So her experience with the swords went, yeah, so one for each hand. So is experience based on the hand that it's in, or is experience based on the fact that you used it? Regardless of which hand it's in. That would be worth trying, I guess. Let me try a thing. So that's cute. So you get to see the basics, right? So here's what we'll do. Now that I've showed you the basics of the combat, I'm willing to start over from the beginning. So I wanted to set the table with how the game's going to work, but there's kind of a long session here for the story. I want to say it's unskippable, so we'll see what's up. Where do we save? There's an auto-save there we don't have to worry about. We're not going to worry about that. So we'll start from there. So we'll start a new game, but we're not going to save anything. Yeah, we're not going to save anything. So we're not going to change anyone's names. Kings of Leon will join us eventually, because he's not with us at the start. He's not with us after we start the prologue. So we're not going to worry about the names of the characters. I already renamed everybody, because I figure someone's going to steal my content. I want to be able to ID it, if it comes to that. Or I just want to make this my own content, let's be honest. Can't skip this. Funnily enough, Final Fantasy VI's Pixel Remaster allows you to skip basically all the prologue, or most of the prologue, where you're skipping the cutscenes and the credit sequences and stuff. So they knew what was up. So I'm glad they added stuff like that to Final Fantasy VI, but they didn't bother to do it here. But yeah, the unskippable cutscenes in Final Fantasy VI are kind of ridiculous. They're really long. I don't think you can skip. I think you can skip most of Final Fantasy IV's prologue as well. I forget. It's not that long. It's just kind of weird to see it. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, some of the music here is actually pretty good early in the game, so props to a pretty good NES soundtrack so far. We're doing auto attack. We're supposed to lose, so don't worry. See? We're supposed to lose. Well, I'm the protagonist, so I can't die. Yeah, like I said, I'm the protagonist. Of course my life isn't in danger. To the extent that it is, I'm just going to respawn and the game will continue where I left off. So again, I didn't double check the credits, but I want to say, I mentioned this before. I was playing Final Fantasy IV earlier, and they included that infamous Spoony Bard line. So my understanding is that they just took the original Ted Woolsey, or they took the original localization that might have been from Ted Woolsey. Or if they changed it, they probably cleaned up the grammar but kept that line because it's iconic. It's basically a meme. Spoony Bard. Guy! You know, like Guy Hebert from the Mighty Ducks. Yeah, he'll show up later in the game, I guess. Maybe he'll be a bad guy. We have to reconvert him back to the good guys. I don't know. I guess he's supposed to be important. I wasn't paying attention. Everyone's kind of broken up about him not being here, so. Excuse me. Yeah, so we're not allowed to join the rebels, huh? But we're the protagonists. We have to fight. Fine. But I'm Eren Yeager. I'm like really mad and I want to like kill a bunch of things. If you know our password, you should be able to live here well enough. Wakanda forever. So we'll learn that Wild Rose password. Wow, Wild Rose. So we ask about Wild Rose. Okay, I think yeah, it looks like the heater is on. I might be able to turn down the heat to like 59 degrees in here. We'll see how it goes. It's a whole thing. Emperor's beast stalk the streets. Minwoo. The white wizard who tended... Okay. So that's why he's wearing the, that's why he's wearing the desert. It looks like... He doesn't look like a white mage. It looks like he's wearing a Arabian getup. Something more appropriate for the desert, but it works. Okay. So this is how to play the game. So we already showed you the wizards who explained the game's mechanics. So again, way more information than the first Final Fantasy ever gave you. So we can ask about Wild Rose. Correct. It seems to be important. Wait, hold on. Heed well. So if I press the D-pad, it advances the text, which is good if you want to speed run it, but it's not good if you just want to actually read it. There's a fun about we arrived at a sanctuary. Okay. No key terms to learn. So I need a canoe. So where do I get the canoe? So I can't ask him about anything. Dig the hats, by the way. This is the Rebel Army's war room, huh? To the north lies a small village. Okay. Gatria. Gatria out of hell, I guess. You know what? Don't sass me, old man. I'm the protagonist. I might slaughter a few dozen creatures on my way there. And think about my pockets fatter in the process. Everyone disrespects the anime protagonist, I swear. Maybe I'm massively OP and you don't know it. They show you the treasure chest. Yeah, there's one treasure chest in here we haven't found. It's over there. How much will I bet it's a potion? Called it. Well, if I missed it earlier, I'll have to pick it up later. But that's how you know. So we're just gonna leave, right? Alright, so we got to see some fighting. So what I'll do is I'll bounce. And what do we start with? Yeah, we start with our generic equipment. So yeah, you already know what we started with. We started the video with it. We can do 2 broadswords though. Yeah, we got 2 broadswords, though. So that's how that's done. And we have just enough cash to spend the night at an inn. So I'm not going to spend too much time grinding up with you, but... Okay, so that's it. So we can start the game normally. So you got to see the prologue. Stay happy. So, what have we done so far? Let's pretend we did about half an hour of grinding while I tried to make sense of the combat. Let's see how it looks. Let's see, broadsword. Yes, get her another broadsword. Oh, we can't. Who has the other oh, someone has an axe. Just a second. For me. Let me see the status. So she's level 3 in the broadsword, actually. Okay. So that's what we're doing, then. He's got an axe, too. But there's no quick way to see what experience level we are with this weapon, is there? Yeah. So we can give him 2 broadswords. Actually, I have to remove that. Give me a second. Give her a bow. Give him 2 broadswords. She can't have a bow and a buckler. She can go barehanded. I say both of these characters can go barehanded if necessary. So we can bare knuckle. We can also go with a buckler in each hand just for funsies. Remove. So we're stronger without these shields. But if we're fighting weaker enemies, it probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Okay, so we'll get into a couple of fights and spend the night in an inn. It'll cost us like 13 gil at least to heal ourselves based on the amount of HP we've already lost. Uh-oh, we're ambushed. This won't go well. And we're poisoned. That's not amazing. Missed on the bow. Dual wielding the broadswords. That's always good. So, yeah, Tarion, Tarion's, the hero, Tarion's, busting out the bare knuckles. That's always good. Ty Dallas leveled up his sword with the 2 broadswords. So I guess we can have him go barehanded for a while. See how that goes. Let's see. Equip. So we can go barehanded. So the bow might be fine. What's Tarion? Let me see his axe level. I guess he can go barehanded. Let me check on something. You have him go barehanded. Because he's doing fine with the axe so far. Okay, we can do that. That's cute. So it's too bad I can't do a quick save inside of that, It's too bad I can't do another quick save inside of that area. Because I might want to do a quick save later. But at least I know that's where the mages are. Who can explain how the game works. So that's cool. Preemptive strike. Yeah, take out the hornets first. There we go. Then we can auto. So we didn't need to hit him with both fists. Catch these hands. So that's not a terrible idea. How's her status? She's good and what we can try. I don't think she's gonna do well barehanded, but we'll have a little fun trying. Give her an axe. I don't think it's gonna matter, but let's give her an axe. But it does suck that I can't see the experience level. Yeah, it does kind of suck. I can't see the experience level. Let's give her a shield. She does less damage. I don't know why that magic interference level is so low. I don't know what that... Does magic interference mean that your magic attacks are less effective if you have a shield? That's what it sounds like. Because magic interference wasn't explained by those guys. It's weird. Yeah, I don't remember them explaining magic interference at all. Bizarre. And again, if I want my hit points to go up, I need to take damage, apparently. Whiffed on the axe. So the 2 poisoners are down. Leg eaters. Though I think these guys can poison you too, I forget. Okay, so I'm not hitting them twice, I'm just going barehanded. That's fine. I'm putting in work. Yeah, what's her experience level? So they don't have experience levels, they have hit point levels, apparently. Right-handed. Again, I don't know what magic interference is. And the game doesn't explain it, I don't think. I'll double check, see if the mages explain it. We need to give Brother Man a bow. How are we doing? She's using an axe. Give Tyrion a bow. Might as well practice with it. He can attack from the back row. Have him go in the back row. That's fine. Formation. So put him in the back. Ty Doll's in front. See, we're doing alright. Yeah, it's weird to see an NES game with this level of depth. Or at least something promising depth, anyway. I don't want to give it its flowers just yet. Can't really trust NES games these days. But like I said, if this game came out in the States, it'd probably be better than Final Fantasy 1 again. Is it more broken than Final Fantasy 1? You can't choose your class, but I would argue that Final Fantasy 1 was kind of broken in a lot of ways. But yeah, I never played through the game using a different class than the one Nintendo Power suggested. Because in that game, you were playing with what? Actually, while I'm thinking about it, let me turn this off, because I want to see where the, where's the next dungeon? Okay, so there's a town over here. So if we can get to this town, we're fine. So we're going to head back in just a second. I just wanted to see where the next town was. Ugh, wonder how tough these enemies are. So you get to see how far you can go. We need a canoe to get this far, okay. Unless you do this. Do we need a canoe to get beyond here? Does this wrap around? It looks like it might wrap around. Yeah, it wrapped around. Huh. Intriguing. But I bet the enemies are way too dangerous to even be here. But then the question, I might mess around with this near the end of the video. Like, can I buy, like, really expensive weapons and stuff? That would suck if I could just get a bunch of expensive weapons and bring them back. Just grind through the game that way. That would be hilarious. I just want to know where the next town is. I already found that one town. But yeah, I wasn't expecting a round world. That was a nice touch, the wraparound world. So we're not going to be able to autosave. Well, look at this. Well, we can't do anything here. We have an autosave. How well do you think this is going to go? So we can't do anything here. We found a thing. You have to go around, huh? So there's another wraparound section here. I love research streams. So we should have gone no, we couldn't have gone this way. Okay, we don't have a boat. It'd be nice if we can use a canoe to kind of like hug the coastline, but you know, whatever. Yeah, we don't have like a boat or anything. Yes, let's see where we end up. Yeah, let's find out where the bay goes, and we'll follow the peninsula up. Yeah, no towns here either. Sad. So that's, I mean, I turned off the encounter, so it is kind of nice to see where you can actually just go in this game. That's kind of hilarious. So we need a canoe to go over here. So this is an island, basically. So we can't go that way. We'll just load the game from where we started. I just want to see where we can go. I wasn't expecting all this. This is wild. I wish more games let me. It's like Skyrim. This is literally Skyrim. You know, you get experience points for using weapons. You know, you get one-handed weapon proficiency, two-handed weapon proficiency, blocking. You level up your spells by spamming them. You know, just like Skyrim. That's where Skyrim got this from, you know? Bethesda taking notes from Japanese ROMs. I suppose. I mean, lots of RPGs are probably doing stuff like this. So we have to go around. Well, this is where we ended up. So we're right back to where we started, right? Yeah, we're right back to where we started. It looks like it. Hold on. This looks important. Yes, yeah. We made it to Finn. So we're not gonna save the game here. We'll just see what we can buy. Nope, we can't go here. Uh-oh! Can we bounce? I thought we could bounce. Okay, so we bounced. So we might not be able to buy anything here. This might be real. So we can go here. So we can't spend the night. Oh, we can't buy anything here. Wow. That's how they get you. Okay, so we can't come here, so we'll just leave. So now we know. You don't pick fights. Because I don't know how strong these enemies are. So let me check on something. But did we need it? We did not need a canoe to get here, though, did we? Because obviously we took the long way around. I don't expect the game to make this trip every time. It probably wants me to get a canoe. So if I don't get a canoe, I guess I'm gonna have to go the long way around. Yeah, so I can go here instead. Okay, so we made the loop. Amazing. Straight out of Gatria. So what can I buy here? Some decent weapons. I already have that. Javelin would be nice, I guess. So you can buy one javelin when we get here. Easy to wield. It's less powerful than a broadsword. It might be a two-handed weapon. It is more accurate, so that's cool. Less magic interference, so it's more accurate. That's cool, I suppose. We can also sell our clothes. Why are we not wearing clothes? Are we not wearing clothes? No, we're all wearing leather armor. So I guess those clothes came from what's his name? I guess the clothes came from the dude who's not here. Not Guy. Ty. I renamed Guy to be Ty. So we made it there. Okay, anything else we can do over here? I want to say no. So that seems to be as far as we can go. We can make the loop. Oh, so we can go to the desert. Yeah, we can go to the desert, actually. So if we want to go all the way around, we can. We're not going to do that. So how did we get here exactly? Okay, so we went west, and we looped around like in Pac-Man. Okay, so that makes more sense. So if we wanted to loop back around, we would go... So we'll tool around with that later. So now I know. So we'll load this. So we had a little fun. We had a little fun exploring this game. It's kind of cool to know that you can just kind of go that far in the world. It makes the world seem smaller, but in a way it's kind of cool to see how far you can go. And of course, turning off the encounters makes that possible. The encounter's on, of course. So that is cool to being able to do that. So we gave him a bow. Okay. So you might buy a few things and then try to go to the next town. See how expensive it is to buy anything. Ambushed. Haha, you missed. So I took some damage there, and I blocked that. So I should be getting proficiency with my shield because I blocked that. Yep, Nakia's shield level went up. So Tyrion was fighting with a bow, and his experience went up. Does his experience go up with the hand? Is that what happened? Huh, yeah, I wonder if that's what happened. So Nakia's HP went up. She blocked an attack, though. But that's cool, so that's how she's gonna have to level up. Increase her evasion and her magic defense, that's cool. So you get stuff like this. I appreciate stuff like this. If I could balance it out, I would do that in my games. Let's get out of here. She took damage. So she increased her magic points, but she took damage. That was the thing. So we'll head up here and spend the night. Should cost at least 18 gil, I think. 20 gil, yeah, because we had to heal ourselves more than usual. So there is that. Curious about that. No, we don't need that. Alright, so we can save here. So I'm doing a bit of cleanup here. Yeah, I am fascinated by what NES games were doing. In this case, this is not even an NES game, it was a Famicom game. So I can imagine why Square Enix is like, yeah, we're not releasing this in the States. There's no way we're going to be able to do anything with this. Like, just no way. There's no way Americans who can barely understand video games without a strategy guy could ever make sense of this. Alright, so, is Ty not getting any more dual wielding? Is he not getting any more two-handed, experience? Oh, he's using an axe, isn't he? Just a second. What am I missing? We got more hit points, because he took some damage. Yeah, he's fighting barehanded. What's the problem? Well, let's give him 2 bucklers, just for funsies. We can't give him 2 bucklers. Yeah, she's got a shield. So we can give her an axe and a broadsword, right? Yes, let's try that. Let's have a little fun with that. So Ty's gonna fight with 2 shields. Let's see what's up with that. Wish a monster would. So I think we'll be fine. But it's cool you gain hit points when you take damage. That's kind of cool. Like I said, it's like building a callus. So we got a bow. Yeah, he used his fist. She hit him with an axe and a broadsword. So yeah, that helps. So yeah. So that's cool. So Tyrion's not getting experience in his left hand. It just means he has no weapon in there. He's holding a two-handed weapon, but he's only getting experience for the bow. But gee, look, that makes sense. Let's be honest. That makes sense. Alright. So we'll see how far we can go. Because we already know how far we have to walk. Let's just, before we end the video, let's just see how far we can haul. Where are we going? We can't go east. Well, we can. We go east and we go north. Because that will get us to the next town. So these guys are going down quick now. I don't think Ty got a chance to even do any... I don't think Ty got a chance to do any damage. Okay. So, yeah, the bridge can go either way. Yeah, there's the town up there, so we should be fine. We're in the swamp, though, so be careful. Now, I love the dual wielding. Okay, so he's got 2 shields. This could be fun. So he's still fighting barehanded. He's just doing less damage with the shields, I think. It is kind of cool, though. I'm glad that's an option. That's kind of cute. We're not poisoned anymore, so that's good. So this is kind of cool, actually. Are we still getting damage with the sword, or are we capped out on the sword proficiency? Because I don't have any magic spells to learn. Got my gaff from Gatria. And that's ground 0. So create a save here just in case. Probably shouldn't have saved that, but that's okay. We'll call it a ground 0 save. So let's see what's up before we end the video. So now we can buy items and crap. I'm not going to be able to buy any of that. A cottage, can only be used outdoors. Elixir, 50k. You're killing me, Smalls. No potions? Well, we got this. This might be useful. Removes curses, cures amnesia, cures the toad status. Very expensive. That's disturbing, actually. Alright, let's try the third one. Potion, eye drops. So now we can actually buy the potions here. These shouldn't be too expensive. Stores more high hit points. Hopefully we won't need any of this crap. We'll see how it goes. But where's the good stuff? We'll heal eventually. We'll spend the night. I didn't double check to see how much gil I'm getting from these fights. Cause I start with 400, right? I got plenty of gil. That ain't the problem. Okay, we can buy a javelin. Have someone practice with a javelin. That's fine. We only need one. We can muck around with it later. Equip. So, brother man here can get a javelin, right? Yeah, it's a one-handed weapon, so that's good. It's kind of cool that you can fight barehanded with both hands. That's kind of cool. And did I not get any... Yeah, I didn't check out the armor yet. We'll see what's going on. Hopefully this stuff isn't too expensive. Remember, it costs like 20 bucks to heal yourself at an inn. Where's the armor? It's up here. I say these visuals look decent for the NES, sure. Assume they didn't really change anything. This seems a bit more colorful than I would have expected for an NES game of the era, though. I guess it's not too far out. I guess it's not too far out of bounds, I guess, for an NES. So we would need to buy leather gloves. It sounds like a good idea. So yeah, buy slightly better gear. Defense. Defense is meaningless. Yeah, the defense level is kind of meaningless. These are very minor upgrades. So give them to what's her name. She has the least amount of health. 152, 154. Does that mean her magic spells are weaker? Does she have a leather cap by chance? I forgot I can equip it from here. I could have equipped it from that screen. So less evasion, more interference, slightly more defense, but not much. So we all have that, but we need a helmet at some point. So I guess we can buy it. I don't know if it's going to mean that much. I'm always asking the question, like, is this upgrade really necessary? Like, how much money, how many fights will I have to get into? For real, like, how many fights will I have to get into to afford this crap? One of those things. So we can bounce, I guess. No chest, so we're fine. So where's the save? Here. Alright. Like I said, we'll end the video shortly. We'll tool around town, see what we need. Let me also see how much gil we get from the enemies. From the enemies we fight here. Yep, dual wielding. Hit him with that javelin. Yeah, so Ty's gonna level up with that javelin pretty quickly, it looks like. Is Tyrion? Tyrion's not gaining any more experience with that bow, I don't think. I can have him go barehanded, I suppose. I thought he did some damage. Can you hit him with 2 bucklers? You can also hit him with a bow. He can get him with 2 broadswords, I suppose. I should want him to go barehanded for both of them. Because I don't know if he's going to hit him twice. I'll double check. We can give him 2 bucklers. That would be hilarious. So we'll give him 2 bucklers to see what happens. What's the worst that could happen? Experience? Yeah, we're fine on experience. We should be fine. Not gonna deal with any serious enemies around here, I hope. We gotta make the loop. Yeah, we got him on the bridge. Got him with a crit. Crit and a 2-hit. So the axe isn't that strong, but the broadsword is. Tchalla spear level up. So I wonder if Ty is capped in terms of the experience he's getting now. I didn't double check. See, I got 37. Did I get 37 gil there? I wasn't paying attention. Probably should have been paying attention to how much gil I got. I assume the enemies aren't dropping that much at this point. Yeah, Tyrion didn't get any. So no one got any experience for that. So I guess we're capping at level 3. Is that what's going on? I mean, that might be the trick. They might be capping us. Again, I didn't even see how much. I think they're dropping 9 gil. So it's not a huge deal. Yeah, meaningless amount of gil. Yeah, 9 gil. So with a few more fights, you'd be able to get enough money to actually do something. Is Ty not leveling up on the javelin anymore? I don't think anyone else is leveling up. Give me a second. Of course, the enemies aren't really that strong, if we're being honest. Give me a... Do a little... Remove all. We're gonna do a little, we're having a little fun with this. So what do we got? Javelin with a buckler. And we can do a bow. What experience level was he with this bow? I think he was fine with the bow. He's only level 1, so we'll level him up. We can also try going barehanded with him later. I can also try to have Nakia go barehanded eventually. She's not getting any more experience with that. I guess I can give her the javelin. Because that sword is not leveling her up at all. I promise I'll just give her the buckler. Because that sword isn't leveling up anymore. We seem to be capped at level 3. Which could be a way to nerf. Could be a way to nerf you, I suppose. Javelin, buckler. Can't do any better with the sword at this point. Yeah, we'll level him up with that. But he can be in the back row if he's using that. So we'll make a note. Okay, right in front of town. Ambush, though. I wonder, like I said, is the game smart enough to, like, increase the ambush rate if you're attacked in a forest or something? That might be cool. Again, it's the kind of stuff you would add to a game like this. A game this old. It's the kind of stuff I would add. We gain that much gil? 37 gil? Okay, so we did alright there. So we'll end the video by doing a bit more exploring. But I am curious how strong the enemies are when we get to town. Because I'm not trying to pick a fight with them. But we don't need any other weapons here. Like, we don't need any more javelins, I would argue. Yeah, I would argue we don't need any more javelins. So we can heal ourselves and head to the next town. The enemies aren't really doing that much damage, if I'm being honest. Gloves, we need a cap. So I guess we can give everyone a cap. I would argue we don't need to give everyone a cap, but whatever. Everyone has armor. Only one person's... Oh yeah, we forgot to equip the armor. Give me a second. Of course, you might want to strip people naked if you want them to gain hit points. Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea. Optimal. Double broadsword. Javelin and a buckler with a leather cap. So that's fine because we're in front, so we'll probably want that. Who's in the back? Ty's in back. That's fine. So we'll heal him and end the video by doing a hike out to the next town. I think this is where we respawn. I don't know. Sure. So I forgot what they wanted me to do while I'm here. To get a canoe, I assume. Not getting anything here. Yeah, I heard that hitch. Can't fool me. I guess I can switch to the arranged music while we end the video. Let's see. Yeah. More chill and vibe, I guess. But yeah, the original music is actually pretty good for the NES, so... I'll make a note of this soundtrack for later. Because I am curious how it would rank compared to other NES soundtracks I've heard. Because you know me, I've heard like hundreds of NES soundtracks. What's the best soundtrack I've heard in the last 5 years? Well, Pictionary, I actually avoided Pictionary for a while because I didn't know Tim Follin did it. But I am curious, off the top of my head, yeah, what Tim Follin soundtracks I might have missed. Because obviously I was a huge Tim Follin fan on the Super Nintendo. So we're gonna hit the next town, see what's up. So I get some shield experience for that. Am I supposed to have this axe? Yeah, stop using the axe. I'm not leveling up. Okay, so we're axe leveled up. Okay, so I could still use it, but eventually I'm going to have to swap. Ty is not getting any better with that. So I might need to swap out, because I'm pretty sure I got some hits in. I wasn't getting any extra experience for it. Okay, so remove that. Give him 2 bucklers if it comes to that. So he's not getting experience for that. Yeah, can she use a bow? Like, is she using, her axe went up. Give her a javelin, we'll see how that goes. He can use the bow, but I don't know if it's helping him. So he's going empty-handed for now. We'll see how it goes. We're just babysitting these guys. So she needs a javelin eventually. She might have capped out on that, so... We'll end the video shortly. She might have capped out on that, axe experience. We'll find out in a second. We're not here. He better be getting some bow experience. He got no bow experience. Did not give me my flowers on that experience. So we'll disarm him, I guess. So what does he need? Well, I guess we can have him go barehanded. Status. I'm pretty sure she won't get any more axe experience. Because no one's getting any more axe experience against these enemies. We'll do a quick save here. That's a big hit with the bare knuckles. Javelin and the axe. Go get them. Yo. Okay, so Nakia, she's not getting any more experience. We can give the axe to somebody else. Yeah, give the axe to 30 and 37 gil. So we'll give the axe to somebody else. Guess we'll give her the broadsword. He's not gaining any more experience, I want to say. So we can do bare knuckle. He can use the buckler. So I think once you hit level 3, we're not getting anything. Which makes sense, if I'm being honest. So what does she need? She needs a bow. Which I'm not opposed to giving her. But anyone can use... That's right, yeah, Ty's not getting any more experience with a bow. So I guess everyone's capped out on the bow, I suppose? Wouldn't be shocked. So we'll do a ground zero save. Well, not ground zero, so we'll do a breadcrumb save here. Well, we have to go to the castle, don't we? Because we can't save here. Yeah, we can't even get in here. Because we just can't get in here, okay. So what do they want me to do while I'm here? Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, there are enemies here, too. So I guess we're going to tease the next video by mucking around with these guys. Nakia Spear level up. I am curious how much damage the soldiers will do if we run into them. Yeah, we can't buy anything here. Whoop. Oh, this doesn't look good. Well, never mind. Is Brother Man gaining any experience with his bare hands? I think he just stopped. Okay, so why are we here again? Yeah, why are we here? Yeah, I forgot why we actually came here. If I'm being honest. So I'm gaining javelin experience, but no more. By the way, is Ty in the front row? No, he's not. Let's switch him up. So where am I supposed to be going is the question. Oh, ambush. This can't be good. So we should be getting some shield points for this. Yeah, because I took some damage with those shields. So you better give me my flowers. So I don't know where they want me to go. Can I get rid of this guy? We're gonna find out in a second. We can do a quick... We don't want to do a quick save. We're already having an auto save. That's fine. I don't think Tarian is leveling up anymore with the bare hands. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. Is he maxed out? Give him a bow then. See what happens. Put him in the back row. Status. Let's see if we can level up from the back row. So how strong is this dude? Nope. Can't fight him. See, yeah, we're going down. Okay, back off, back off. We can't beat him. Yeah, we can't... Stop fighting. We can't beat him, so now we know. A shot to the jaw. And I'm dead. Okay, so now we know. Okay, so we're going to end the video pretty soon. But I am curious where the hard enemies are. Because we don't want to be here if they're going to... Yeah, we don't want to be here if we're going to get ganked. So we'll go as far as we can, see if there are any tough enemies that we can fight before the end of the video. This is just a research stream anyway. So we're not going there, because we can't do anything there. So we'll just avoid all that entirely. Okay, how are our equipment? Javelin and buckler. Axe and buckler. But she's not going to level up with that axe anymore, I don't think. So the axe will be level 3 and then it'll just stop. That's fine, I suppose. Alright. And we can have him use the bow, because he's using the bow right now, isn't he? So once he gets to level 2, he's just going to stop grinding, I suppose. So we're going to wipe this guy out really quick. He missed on the bow, amazing. His experience still went up, even though he missed on the bow. That's hilarious. So I don't think Ty's going to need a shield anymore. We can have him dual wield the shield, I guess. So, no more shields. No more shields, no more bows. I don't think the barehanding's going to work. So no more shields for Tyrion. Okay, so give him something else, like a sword, I guess. But I don't think he can level that up anymore either. Is that good enough? But again, we can't see what their experience level is from that screen, so that's just weird. We have to get him in front if that's the case. So get Brother Man in front if he's got a better set of weapons. Yeah, get him in front. That's fine. She can go in front too, but she's, I mean, whatever. She's still hitting hard from the back row. That's good. So we can hit the sand. We'll see what's happening. Because we already saved our game from here. We're not going to worry about this too much. I just want to see how far we can go. I bet when we hit the desert, the enemies get really tough. Spear level up, so see if it levels up beyond this. And I guess I'll turn off the encounters and walk back home if it's really bad. Nope, this can't be good. Yep, this is not good. Well, looks like they level gated us. We're gonna have to bounce. They've level gated us. We gotta bounce. So yeah, they level gated us. We're done, ski. So surviving the fight would be useful. Yeah, just dead. No. Okay, so what are we up to here? I guess we're probably got to end the video. So I recorded this with the Turtle Beach Recon headset plugged into the gamepad. Video number 1 of this research stream is complete. We'll muck around with this a bit more later. So we can zoom in and see all the enemies we're fighting. That's hilarious. Yeah, those enemies are way tougher, okay. That's how they get you. It's a faster way to explore, too. You don't want to fight anything over there. So we hit all that. Amusing.